Your high school students, this is Sensei GN, and first, let me inform you that this is for the basics and the definition of our topic subject-verb agreement. So if you want practice exercises and rules, you can go straight to part B, and that's okay. And the link is below. Anyway, if you want to go for the definition and basics, let's start. Greetings, senior high school students and college entrance exam reviewers. This is Sensei GN, and I will discuss the English section of your said exam. Particularly, I will discuss the subject-verb agreement. You heard that right, subject-verb agreement. This is the fundamental rule in the English grammar, but ironically, being fundamental, it has lots of complexities. That's why most Filipinos have trouble answering them. That's alright. Let's make them simple with this video tutorial. So let me define first the term subject-verb agreement. It just means that singular subjects must have singular verbs and plural subjects must have plural verbs. That's so simple. How about we try to elaborate this? Okay, so I have here examples showing my meaning of subject-verb agreement. What are singular subjects? Singular subjects are subjects being counted as one. So what are the singular subjects here? He, okay, the mitochondria, okay, it's just one. Okay, how about you? Okay, you actually is an exemption. Okay, remember that there's the number one rule here. Okay, number one rule that you should always remember is that you and I are plural subjects. Alright, so it means this is the most important thing that you should remember. Okay, you and I, we are counted as plural, though I is a subject that only counts as one. You know, that's an exemption. Okay, so I should make this number one exemption. So let me exclude you. You is not a singular subject, though it only counts as one. It's a plural. You know, because grammar rules. The committee. Okay, the committee counts as one. Okay, more about this later in the tutorial. The DDS. The DDS counts as one in this sentence also. They act as a group, okay, as a single group. Same thing with the committee. So these are examples of singular subjects. Okay, so how about let's say plural subjects? I think it's obvious that it's they, the students. Okay, you acts as a plural subject. I acts as a plural subject. So these are examples of plural subjects. Okay, let's start with the singular subjects. Okay, you can notice there that the verbs they have, such as in sentence number 1, he feels anxious about his UPCAT results. Don't worry, don't be anxious in your UPCAT results though. Going back, our verb here is feels. Okay. So you should notice that singular verbs always have an added s after the verb. So feels. The mitochondria is. Okay. So is, what kind of verb is it? It's a be verb. Okay. So it's a be verb. So example be verbs are what? Was for past tense. Another example is are. Were for past tense. Am if you're using I. Have been, has been, had been, and similar terms like that. So let me just put this on this side so that you can take note of them. Going back to how about this sentence? The committee decides. Okay, you can see that the verb actually has an s, meaning it's a singular verb. So, going back, if you have a singular subject, meaning it only counts as one, it has a singular verb, meaning the verb must be added with S. Okay, so the committee. Okay, so committee is actually a group term. Okay, committee is a group of people who are discussing or who are deciding on some matters. So committee is a group term, meaning they act as one. Therefore, it's a singular subject. Okay, how about the DDS? It's a name of an organization. Namely, okay, they are called Ding Dong Dantes Supporters. Are you familiar with that? Okay. So Ding Dong Dantes Supporters is a name of an organization. So if it's a name, it means that it only counts as one. Okay? Even though it has an S here, it's not plural. It actually is singular. Okay. So singular subjects, meaning they only count as one, have singular verbs, meaning it's plus S for their verbs. Okay, how about for the plural subjects? They, the students, you, I. Okay, that's it. So you can notice them. You can notice that the word here is they. They refers to a group of people. Okay, a third person pronoun. So we'll have here do. Okay, do is actually a verb for plural. Okay, it's a plural verb. So if you are asking, what's the singular form of do? So if your plural form here is actually do, your singular form of the verb is does. So if I'm gonna replace it with, let's say, he. Okay, let's say he. I'm gonna replace the do with does. He does not know. They do not know. So they do not know that I come running home when I fall down. Oh, sounds like a lyric. Anyway, they do not know. So they is plural, do is plural also. Next is students. Students, of course, they're plural. I mean, logically, of course, it should be one. So plural verbs don't have S. Okay, let me just no S. Usually they have no S at the end of the verb. You are. Remember, are is actually a be verb for plural subjects. So are. You are. Okay. And how about this? I. The I is actually a singular subject, but there's an exemption. Remember? So exemption is that you and I are plural verbs. So instead of makes, it's actually make for plural verbs. Okay, so that's it for our basics. So time for a pre-test, which will be in the part 1B of our college entrance exam review in English. So I hope we have completely reviewed about the meaning and definition and the concept of subject-verb agreement. So up next in 1B will be practice exercises and the rules. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Sensei GN. Again, this is Teacher GN. Thank you and see you next video. Mag-aral ng mabuti.